trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record.
Welcome everybody. We are on Kickboxer, we are on Influencer, we are on Gurus.
Our parents aren't rich. We had student loans. We work 9 to 5, and we look forward to weekends. So if that sounds someone like you know, welcome to the Noob Podcast.
Welcome.
And today we have a new guest. Please
Welcome.
Please,
He's welcoming himself.
please introduce yourself.
Jatish Patel, that's pretty much it. That's all you need to know. Yeah.
He's a co-worker of
He's
Sandy.
he's a co-worker, and his resume is about to get one more skill soon enough, being a father.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
congratulations.
I thought you
on
were
that.
It's gonna be a
I thought we were talking about podcaster.
I don't think we're going to see him maybe like in 6 months.
exactly.
We'll,
I'm maybe half asleep. If I show up again.
we'll go there at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
He'll be like, baby's awake. Let's go.
There was a request for him, right? Someone said they wanted to see before father and after being a
Yeah.
father.
Oh yeah, Mike. Mike, your friend Mike.
Mark.
Oh,
Mark,
Mark.
sorry.
Close enough.
Close enough. I also invited him.
They're all the same at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did tell him that too late for you before, but come through after.
After.
He's like, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
So hopefully we
It'll
have
be a
that.
fun one too.
It'll be fun. Yeah, definitely. It's pretty chill.
I think for that one we definitely need drinks to get him going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
There needs to be a pregame before the podcast. I'm sure.
Yeah. That'd be lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
the way it's gonna work.
How's your experience going so far about this pregnancy? We are pregnant.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite phrase.
Yeah.
When you're pregnant, like initially, like fathers, they say that you don't feel anything. You're like you're just there to be a support person, kind of deal with the stuff. But as the time goes on, I feel like that we are pregnant. Like, for example, like I've been craving that perfect chicken for so long. Right? It's like, when was the last time you guys heard me say I really want some food? Right, like it
Right.
never happened. And all of a sudden, I'm like, yo, I need this food. Right.
Yeah.
So whatever people say, like, yes, moms might be worse than dads, but I feel like dads get it too, man. Like, I was reading a bunch of articles that talk about like how like there's some kind of like hormones or something that the mom releases for the dad to get ready to become a dad, and like the dad bod
Oh yeah.
Kind of like
yeah.
becomes like a reality, and I feel like
Yeah.
I'm like
Interesting.
hitting that core hard.
Right.
Yeah, like it's from the sweat. Like
that the
the mom
yeah.
sweats, and that like obviously dads are close to it, right? So that's how they get the. I forgot what.
Yeah, I forgot. This is a whole
What hormone it is,
scientific,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure someone wrote like 1,000-page paper that we'll never
Explaining
read.
this.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, we'll watch a 10-second video.
We'll ask
but-
ChatGPT tomorrow.
But yeah. I mean, besides that, it's just been surreal so far.
Yeah.
How's the Joes?
How's the Josh is really high right now. I just don't know how it's gonna be afterwards. But like, I think initially you're just super excited. I think like your energy's all driven towards like baby holding him and like the life after. But I think like afterwards, like everyone says, oh, like sleep when the baby sleeps. Like okay, if that works. Like, wasan con ka ba? Like, when a baby wakes up, you gotta feed the baby. What the hell, like so it's like. The things like that just like sometimes like bothers me, but I feel like when I live it, like I'll like understand
it's gonna
it more.
be.
Yeah.
Plus,
Actually,
you'll have lots of examples because a
Yeah,
lot of your
exactly.
friends were recently
Yeah.
fathers.
Yeah.
Majority of
exactly.
your high school
Yeah,
friends have
so-
babies, so
Right.
They all have a group they added me on, so they all used to talk a lot in the middle of the nights.
Right.
So now
Oh.
I'm like by myself in the group. So I'll see who else is still up, changing diapers or
That's what's
whatever
up,
it
yeah.
might be. Getting milk or something, but we'll see.
Right.
We'll see.
Or you couldn't just have a wild card and follow Meul's advice
Steps.
on being a father.
YOLO.
That's it.
They'll figure it out.
Kid definitely did figure it out though. I swear to God, he
Yeah.
did.
I mean, like jokes about like whatever he did, it worked out so well.
So
for
well
Yeah,
her,
so well for
like
her.
Yeah.
Star's one of the nicest
Yeah.
persons to be around.
Yeah.
So much
100%.
energy, but I just gotta figure out why she didn't like me initially.
That's true.
It's
I
gonna
mean,
be a
it is
question for sure.
very fascinating to think what you can produce as a human form, right? Like you know yourself, but then one day you will hold something that be like, wow, it's
This
it's
is not
part
what
of
I
me.
hoped.
That's not what I want.
Can I do reset? This isn't working out right now.
Wrong sperm. Wrong sperm.
Wrong one made it.
The wrong one won.
So I see the excitement being a little high.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all excited for
Yeah,
you and
thank
Priya.
you.
You know,
Thank you.
congrats
Thank
on both of you.
Yep. Yeah.
And
so-
I believe its due date is end of this month or next month sometime.
yeah.
early.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So. Yep. Yeah. We got regular doctor visits. So if it's sooner, we'll keep you guys posted. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
Another big change for him. He's not a captain anymore. After how
Yes.
many years?
It's been
8
over a
years?
decade, dude.
Decade.
Had to be a decade.
At least
Yeah,
10 years.
decade, yeah, at least 10 years, if not more.
Yeah.
So
How do you feel about that?
I don't know, I
Relieved
feel like-
or?
I feel like same as like I'm relieved and like kind of
He's
like
lying.
excited at the same time because it's like you kind of like have a game plan every season after every season after season, right? So like you kind of everything just falls in place because you've been doing it for so long,
Right.
and then you always know like what troublemakers you're gonna face, what problems you're gonna face, during the season, right? So
Right.
it's always like you kind of prepare for it now. It's like, okay, this guy's gonna be a problem, so let me try to spin it this way. So when
Yeah.
I do have to drop it or don't have to pick him, I can justify it this way or something like that, right?
Right.
But like now, it's more like, hey, I'm just gonna come bowl, hang out, hopefully bat, and then go home, and just listen to all the drama that goes around
Yeah.
me, more or less, right? But like, yeah, I feel like ever since like the past couple of years, like I've been getting to that mindset of like I'm not enjoying my cricket anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the reasons like I stopped playing CLNJ on Sundays. Like it wasn't the same vibe. Like, when we all started, it was like playing with friends.
Yeah,
like,
it was so
it was
much
a different
fun.
motivation to show up and play, right? It was
Yeah.
about having a good time, right?
But definitely back
And
in
then
12 and 13, I used to look forward to
Yeah.
weekends. Like
Right.
2
Yeah,
days straight
exactly.
cricket,
Yeah.
morning to night.
Yep.
This gang from Jersey and gang from Hatfield,
Yeah.
man. That
Exactly.
was definitely one of the best
Yeah,
time
those
of my
seasons
life.
were the best. It's
Right.
like win or lose, we had a great time, like, and whatever it was, right? But like as people got older, as life started to happen for people, right? Like cricket wasn't the same for everyone as it was when we were in our 20s, right? So it changed, but like over time, like you got to adapt as well to like the changing times. Right now, the cricket's more about, hey, I want to play so I can go somewhere, right? And like the obvious joke is like, where are you gonna go? Texas, right? Florida, right? And then come back in 5 years. To work
And then
as a-
still do 9 to 5.
and where? 9 to 5 where? Right?
On that thought, for the record, we were talking about cricket here. He was a cricket team captain for almost a decade, and
Yeah.
you are very well involved in cricket. When it
Right.
comes to cricket, let's face it, nobody
Nobody, yeah.
follows as much
Yeah.
as this guy.
Right, right.
He
I follow
probably knows
random leagues here and there, left and right. You ask me about anyone. I play
exactly.
for.
Like we don't even heard about
Someone's
it.
playing in US.
Yeah.
He knows. He knows.
Yeah.
Not US, bro. Those countries that I didn't even know
No,
play
play
cricket.
cricket,
He
yeah.
knows.
It's like Cricket Info sends him a message.
Exactly.
This guy's added to the roster.
Yeah, definitely, I don't know anyone beside you. Maybe Arpit, but you two are the most like. Even I sometimes notice he's like extremely into this following phase of cricket.
Right.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on cricket in American field? Like, where do you see
See, like
it will end up?
I kind of like agreed at one point with everyone where they said, hey, like this minor league, this major league is like the next start, right? Initially started out that way where it's like people who were playing in the US, right? People who were playing in local leagues were getting their chances, right? Now when I look at it, it's half of West Indies is here or half of like South Asian countries are here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then they classify as them domestic players, right? So like how's that fair for someone who worked since they were like 8 years old or 10 years old because their parents were like, oh, like you have talent. Let me put
Right.
you in coaching. Let me spend all this money to help you learn cricket, get better at it, right? It's all private because there's no schools here that do it, right? So
Right, right.
everything's out of your parents' pocket, right? So they invested all this time, energy in you, right? And you were good, no doubt. You're good for the level you're playing at, right? Like I've come across players where I'm like, wow, like this guy's really good and I would love to play him against him more, right? Next thing you know, he's playing the same league I'm playing for 10 years, right?
Right.
And what do? I go to a 9 to 5, come home Friday, freaking get drunk, smoke hookah some nights, and then Saturday morning I wake up and go play against this
Right,
guy, right?
right.
And this guy's been like indoors from Monday to Friday,
Right.
playing the same level I'm playing, right? And people say he's going to go somewhere, like, and you can see like, now Major's disappointment was like the major league draft that did tall the future of U.S. cricket, where it was like 4 or 5 players who were like U.S. players brought and raised, I guess, right? Got picked. Everyone else picked was from outside of U.S. Right?
Right.
Like they're only here on some kind of visa to qualify.
Because they're not even citizens.
Now some of them not even citizens.
Oh, that's
They
very
will be.
interesting take. I didn't know about that. I thought everybody needs to be citizen in
Citizen.
order
Well,
to
they
play
need
for
to
US.
for U.S. right, but they have some kind of guidelines where if you play in somehow you get here for like 3 years. I forgot what the technical
Visa,
term is,
yeah.
but some kind of visa that gets you here for 3 years without being a U.S. citizen. You qualify for playing U.S. cricket.
Interesting.
Like one of those companies may just give them H1 visa.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
stay
Right.
here.
There's so much money being wasted in cricket. Right. Like, how else do you think Texas is just full of like South Asian Indians, Pakistanis, like everyone from outside of U.S. coming to Texas to play because they know they can make more money
Yep.
in one summer in U.S. than they can in Pakistan.
Yeah,
playing,
makes
You
sense.
know, local leagues, right? So like, that's the only thing I fear that cricket is going down, is saying that like cricket in U.S. is a chance for a second career, right? It's never a chance for someone's first career, right? You're competing against guys who have been playing in India for all their life, getting levels of coaching that you dream of getting here. Right, and you're competing against that guy. Like, there's no way someone's gonna say, "I'm gonna pick you because you've been playing for 10 years here." Right, versus someone's been playing 10 years in Ranji cricket. Right, like for example,
that,
right, like,
that cricket level in India or Pakistan
Yeah.
or Bangladesh, that's next level stuff.
and these guys who come in here don't even make those levels, right?
Yeah.
And we see them, we're like, wow, like if these guys can't make it, like who are the rest of us compared to them?
They don't make it as in international teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Or
don't make it
IPL.
IPL or like any of those leagues, right? If they can't make it there and they come here to start their second careers, is how
The
I
people
view it.
here have zero chance.
Yeah, like, you know, think about like the coaching you're getting here is nothing compared to what you're going to get in those countries, right?
Right,
Because
right.
they're
100%.
cricket
I agree.
driven,
I've
right? Like,
seen coaching in India, and
Yeah.
I tell you that's
yeah, I feel like, you know, all the changes they're trying to make, they had a good intention, but I don't know if it's like the owner's mindset of winning, where it went out the window of saying, you know what, if one guy brings in Test West Indians, why can't I bring in 8 Indians? You know, like I feel like that's where the competition is kind of driven, and saying, how can I get a big name guy on my team?
So right now, it's all these leagues are not governed by ICC or anything.
Nah, they're just local leagues. Like, so minor league and major league, they're trying to be, so every U.S. or every cricketing board in every country needs to sanction your leagues to be qualified for those players to be eligible to play ICC
So it
events.
is
So, like,
sanctioned by U.S. Cricket Board.
Not right now.
Not right now. So season of 2023 is not, and that's the whole issue with U.S. cricket and the investment partner of ACE is what they call it. I forgot what they stand for, but it's one of the Shah Rukh Khan investments, and that's what's driving it. It's saying that somehow they had a contract. They're supposed to pay U.S. cricket X amount of dollars every year, and they haven't for some reason. So they're going back and forth. I think it's just a ego and a power move between the two, saying, you know, I have the bigger flex or
Right.
something over what. I just don't understand, but you know, maybe it's out of my league to understand that crap, you know. But that's what it feels like. That's what it is right now. It's just these guys just trying to flex over something they don't even own or pay for.
So what's the update on the major league? I see a lot of
There's-
lately on
so,
Instagram, TikTok.
yeah,
I see a
so
lot of the ground
As of
being
now,
built in Texas
yeah, the
and
ground is
stuff.
being built. It's and that's the funny part, right? So they're saying Major League is supposed to be expanding cricket in U.S., right? You're playing in one city, in Texas, right? So how?
Right.
And you having all these IPL teams investing with bringing their names, Mumbai, Indian, New York, like really, like, you know what I mean? Like it's like Texans Super Kings, and like, you know, only like I think like KKR is like KKR LA or something like that, or LA
KKR
Knight
is
Riders.
LA. Yeah, Riders.
But like Delhi and all those teams actually got local names, right? Like, but other than that, like I don't know how you grow in the sport of cricket if you're playing in one place, and you can barely get anyone to watch cricket in Texas, right? The
Yeah.
USA national team played in Texas, and they got like 10, 20 people to watch. Versus North Carolina, they had a full house, right? So it's like they're picking these countries out, cities,
States, yeah.
states based on I don't know what, but it's not. They don't
Probably
have the
safe
volumes.
bet, yeah, because Texas.
Maybe
what's
it's the
gonna
weather.
happen?
Yeah, maybe it's the weather. It's
Wouldn't the
cheaper.
California be? I mean, cheaper. Yeah, or Atlanta would be.
Yeah,
better
Atlanta. I'm
options.
just like I get it that Texas is a big cricketing hub for US,
Right.
but I feel like it's more for playing than viewing. Like, you know, like the way I see it, and you know, I don't know if people agree with me, but it's like if you play against the same guys on Saturdays and Sundays, why would you go pay to watch them play on a Monday?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
makes sense.
you've
Yeah.
been playing against these guys in your leagues.
Right.
What makes
Yeah,
them
who's
special?
the fan then?
Yeah, who's the fan, right?
Like even as us, like they're not big enough that we want to spend money and be excited to watch them. And the other guys who are fan of cricket so badly, they're not gonna pay to watch the same guy they, like he said, who just played against them on Saturday.
So I agree. And then I think one of the ICC tournament happening in USA and Caribbeans, right?
World Cup.
And
the
World Cup.
Yeah, the World
You
Cup's
think that
coming.
would change anything within US?
I think it's the
cricket
same.
world?
It's always the expats who watch these games, right? Like, when's the last time you had an American-born guy say, I'm going to go watch cricket, right? It's maybe one or two people that you bring along because they're your friends, right? But,
Right.
like, the interest needs to be driven at the grassroots level,
Yeah.
right? Which needs to start at, like, schools. So, you know how schools make you play soccer, they make you play football, they have hockey, right? They need to somehow incorporate that all over the country for it to grow. Otherwise, all you're going to have is people who migrated overseas.
And I'm going to
playing
take a
cricket.
shot here on that note.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a college league happening, right?
I was just about to
It's-
bring
Yeah,
that up. but-
I want to know your thoughts
Yeah.
because I know what's coming. I already know what's coming, but it's good to ask on this
Yeah.
but
podcast.
before he said, but I think that's probably the best way to bring some sort of interest if it runs properly.
That's
right?
what I want to
I
hear.
think
from
like
you
that's
because-
way.
But I think it's a lot of money, right? Think about like how many schools are there to get a program at that level, right? It's going to cost you way more than turning a baseball field into a cricket field for a summer.
True, but like I mean, if it's done better, they can say that you need to bring non-Indian or non-brown players. Like you need to
like a
convince
quota
it-
system.
Yeah, like quota system where you bring some white people to play.
Yeah, they're called domestic players.
Like it has to be Penn State
Because-
student who's 21-year-old.
Because as far as my understanding, when we talk about it in past, there is a college cricket happening in USA, but we know that there are people
How badly
who go,
that system is cheated.
Yeah, exactly.
it's worse than the
Right.
the voting system in America.
For real. Yeah, I think it's just a name. This
Yeah.
is called American college cricket, but it feels like anyone who knows how to play cricket and get a fake ID is pretty much can go. It's like us buying beer at 16, saying,
Right,
I got an
Yep.
ID, I can go buy beer,
I
right?
mean, you guys can legally play too because they have
Yeah.
alumni. So
Yeah, exactly. As I say, every team at the end of the day is trying to win, right? And they're trying to bend rules. No one cares about
Like
expanding the
teaching,
sport.
learning, or any of
Yeah,
that
no one
crap,
cares
yeah.
about, hey, like I got this, my neighbor who's really into the sports, I'm gonna play him on my team. Like, no. They're gonna say come to practice and then they're gonna like make fun of him for 2 hours and say, okay, like we'll see you next week and the guy's not gonna come back, right? So I feel like that's what it is. It's been driven to everyone wants to win. And I really think, the people who own these minor league teams, this is again my personal thought, is that they have businesses and they're just trying to write these losses off. Like, there's no other way. Like, there's no other.
sense.
Like, there's no other way. Why would you spend close to $100,000 if you have to, for example? Right. On a game you don't even get to play.
Yeah.
Right. You don't even get to coach. All you're doing is carrying their bags, carrying their water from hotel to hotel,
Right.
making them feel like stars for doing what? Getting out on 10 runs, like 20 runs, like, and taking a picture with them is like, oh, I got to play with this guy. Like,
But for
you
some,
know.
it's like $100 a day. For a player, it's just free water bottles. Food,
yeah, exactly. Free
stay,
T-shirts.
free
Yeah.
T-shirt, and
Free
$100.
bats here and there. Yeah, exactly. But
But
like,
it's not
is
a
that-
long-term benefiting.
Right. No,
beneficial.
I think like just like he's saying, it became money driven real fast instead of like
talent
Passion,
driven
yeah.
or like anything else, right?
Right.
Like initially, like you said, the reason we enjoyed playing 2012, 2013 seasons or earlier was because everyone we're playing against were like people who moved here for other reasons, not cricket, right?
Yeah.
And they started playing cricket just like us because we
Yeah.
love the sport, right? So at that point, we're competing, no doubt. Teams way better than us, but we never complained. Why? Because they were from the U.S. They had
It was
a 9 to
equal ground.
5.
They were like us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I agree.
And then what happened over time was you had players coming in just for the summer to play, right? They
Yeah.
would work for the guy on his business from Monday to Friday, get a free housing for the summer,
Yeah.
right? Free gym membership and show up to play on Saturday and Sundays. And that's where
And unfortunately,
cricket changed.
those teams actually made it to final throughout the year, like year to year. Like you
Yeah.
notice, those are the team who paid players money. So the league we used to play was like limited to people like us, 9 to 5, and work, practice a little bit. But over time, what I hated the most is teams started paying money to players. Now you are playing against somebody who played in example West Indies A level.
Yeah.
Now you gonna bowl this guy is like very experienced. Like he practiced like probably like 7 days.
Forget the
Compared to
practice, just the size and like
It's
Yeah.
just the
physical-
talent,
Yeah.
like
Talent
skill,
in
right? And then
itself,
like
yeah.
have it like I think. See, the thing is like, that's good if it's equal to teams' opportunities, right? Where the league can say, you know what, we're going to invest in bringing 10 players, right? And it's going to come out of your membership. Now these 10 players will get to rotate from team to team or have a draft system where everyone has an equal say in like drafting a player. Now if they've screwed up and the guy who can't play that well that season, that's on them. But it's like this is saying if you have the most money, you can invest in your own team and do well, right? In my mind, I'm like, okay, they say they're helping U.S. cricket grow or cricket in the U.S. grow because you're playing against these guys you were not exposed to. Okay, I get that. That's what the tournaments are for, right? But regular season, when you introduce these guys and a team has 10 of these, like there's only so much competition.
Breaks
right?
the morale of everything.
It's not a
everybody else.
competition.
It becomes
at the end of the day,
biased.
Right?
Like
When you have like 4 or 5 players, you're like, you know what, 4 or 5, I need to get 3 guys out. 1 guy goes, okay, I still have a chance in the game, right? But it's like when you have 6 or 7, you get
7,
like
yeah.
half
I
the
agree.
team out, and you're like, oh, that's only half of these guys. I still got to go to the
And
second half. of the-
sadly,
right?
we've been there.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
been there
Multiple
many
times,
right?
you know, like
right.
before walking to the ground, like half the team morale is broken because they
Yeah.
know what we fighting against.
Mhm.
And these players not just any player, like their hits are clear. They can
Right.
hit any ball, any direction. And luckily we have come very close to against this
Yeah,
team to
beating these
victory,
guys,
but
yeah.
we never actually beat them, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
Once.
I don't know. That wasn't a full strength team either.
Yeah.
But it was just the
Like
team.
every
we
time
beat.
full strength
Yeah.
team came like this, I don't think so. Stumpers have beat any of those teams, like
Yeah.
100%.
But like, no, like, did it help us get better? I don't know. I think it just gave us a bigger reason to compete that game, right?
Yeah.
We're morally,
Yeah,
we're like, we want to
morally,
win,
yeah.
but it's not like that week or that year. We're like, you know what, this year we're gonna practice this way because we want to get better at this
Right,
skill, right?
right.
It was more like, hey, we're still gonna do our 9 to 5. We're still gonna go practice once a week and then show up on Saturday and hope for the best, right? But like, it's not like we took it any level further. Why? Because we knew that this is all for fun and games, right? Like we knew that when I'm 34, 35, I'm not going to say this is my career. I'm going
Right.
to keep pushing this as hard as I can, right? Like, and some people do that, right? But like Krishy was saying, like, is it really worth $100 a day for the next 5 years?
Right.
And then going back to your 9 to 5 instead of using that time to learn a new skill or invest in yourself or whatever it might be, right? Picking up
Right.
a Saturday shift or a Sunday shift at work,
Mm.
you know, that could make you go further in life at 35
Right.
versus 25 when you have the energy, right?
Mm.
And you know, like what I kind of hated was like those teams, like like it was fun to play against. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, it was good to say I got this guy out, this guy
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
hit this
It was a
guy
good
for
memory,
6 or whatever
yeah.
it is, right? Which is great, like helps, right? But at the end of the day, they don't remember who we are. You know what I mean? Like,
That
and
is
why,
true.
like why should we care who they are?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we're just boosting their ego in my eyes, saying like, oh, like this guy hit me for a massive 6, right? And stories, right? And you're gonna have that with your friends, right? Like, and I'll tell you an example. It was like when I last year, I think it was last year when I went to go play a
The
professional
tournament, yeah.
league.
Or APL.
Yeah, APL, right? Like in my mind, I was like, oh, I'm gonna compete with these guys, blah blah. What was I fucking doing? Carrying water for everyone? Like I was like, shit, I came all the way this far to carry water for everyone. Like, yeah. And then they say, oh, you're gonna learn from these guys. Learn what?
Right.
You know, they're in their hotels chilling.
They're not even talking.
Yeah,
talking
they're
to
doing
you
their
or, like,
own
any
thing.
advice or anything like that.
Like,
probably.
and what advice are they gonna give you that's gonna make you so much better in like
Right.
2 days, right? You go to bowl at them, like, okay, like now what did I learn? Absolutely.
Plus,
nothing. You
even
know what I mean? So it's like,
and they're not even like a coaching level experts that they think
they
can, give
improve
you
your
advice.
game. Yeah, exactly. They can only teach you 1 or 2 things. They're
Right.
there for a week and then they're off to
Right.
the next tournaments, right?
Yeah. And nor they
So-
care to teach you.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
think
Oh,
There's
100%.
just- yeah.
I was there when
Yeah.
he took me a couple of times, couple of games. I was
Yeah.
there. I met those players, right?
Yeah.
They barely talk, bro.
Yeah,
like he gets
exactly,
out,
yeah.
the batsman got out, right? He came
Yeah.
to back to the pavilion as like it was a baseball field, so
Yeah.
and he took out his stuff. He's on his phone just chilling.
Yeah.
Like literally. I
don't
was
care
watching.
what
They
happens,
they
yeah.
didn't say, "Hey, good game, good bad," nothing. Like it's like everybody's there on their own, but they're part of team.
Yeah.
Or at least I felt
Yeah.
that way. But I mean, at this point, we got good information on cricket in America, and I really hope it grows someday for sure. But
I mean, I think the opportunity is there. I feel like they need to come up with a better system, right? Like, I feel
Yeah.
like all these countries, like what's becoming, they're not in the top 10, 15 countries, is I feel like the wrong people or they just have a wrong reason to run these leagues, right? Like, they could, if you got $1 million every year in U.S. cricket, right? What's the point of building one ground for one tournament, right? I feel like there's has to be a better way to make that money more useful and stop like exporting or importing players. So
do you think Canada has a better cricketing system?
I don't know how their leagues are, but I feel like their team in qualifiers just now didn't qualify because they
Because, yeah.
they didn't
But
beat
also,
UAE, like
Canada also has a lot of cricket.
Yeah,
league,
it
like
does
ours,
have-
like,
it does.
Millennium
Yeah.
Cricket League. They have
yeah,
so
they
many
have so
cricket
many
league
leagues
happening
out
there.
Yeah,
as well.
definitely. Yeah, I mean,
And I
they're
noticed-
big too.
I was thinking a few days ago, right? it's unfortunate that cricket is not popular in USA, but like I was at the cage, kids playing
Yeah.
cricket, and I was like, how many places in USA cricket's being played that people don't know about it? Like kids are on cages.
Just like this, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
like
yeah,
we
it's-
play in right now there is so many league in New Jersey that it's confusing which one to play and which one to skip. And same with the Philly, right? It's growing. Washington has their own, like Texas, Atlanta, California, Chicago. Everybody has their own league going on, and still, cricket hasn't made it as far as we think it should have, at least in my opinion. And whatever you bring it up make all sense. Like
Like
there
yeah,
should
like
be
I'm
a-
not like for the World Cup, right, in 2024, they're trying to have a bunch of games all over US, right? So they're building a stadium in LA. Texas is definitely going to have games. Florida's definitely going to have games. I think they were planning on building something in New York, but I don't think so it went through. So at least I know those 3 cities will have games, right? But here's my other point of view, right? Because my Gigi was like, yo, let's go see US, like one of these games next year in the country, right? And I was like, you know what? Why not? Let me look at like just ballparking, right? So in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna spend at least $500-$600 for airfare to go into Texas around this time because they know what's happening. Right? They have some
Yeah.
events, so tickets aren't gonna be cheap, right? LA, whatever it might be. Florida, you
Right.
might get Frontier, but you might not make it. Who knows? But regardless, right? You're gonna spend that. You're gonna spend hotel. You're gonna spend food, dadu, all that stuff, right? I'm like, why don't I just freaking go to Jamaica for $600,
exactly.
right? Get a round trip and go fucking watch a World Cup game in Jamaica for like $10.
Yeah,
In a real
$30.
stadium.
That will be cheaper.
Yeah,
That'll be a
because-
lot cheaper, right? So like that's my point. It's like, what's the point of getting cricket in the US?
If it's so
If-
close and where it's so much more famous.
Yeah.
Right.
than here.
And also it's like the cost rise, right? Like
Yeah,
I mean
that's
maybe not everyone thinks like me, but like I know like for example when when India played West Indies in Florida every year, those tickets would get sold out.
And it's
But they're
expensive
like, they're like
compared to when
100
they play in
$150
Jamaica.
for a T20 game, right? Like just for the game. Then everything else, hotel, travel, all that stuff. So I'm
But-
like, it's super expensive, but who are the people watching? Ex-Indians, right? That's it. Like,
And that on that note, you were 100% right, because that time I was looking for ticket.
Mhm.
So they were playing in Jamaica some game in USA.
Yeah.
I remember
yeah,
the ticket in USA was over 150, if I'm not wrong.
yeah.
But same game, same player were playing in Jamaica game. It start with $30. See the difference? But like obviously, like he said, you have to. If it's gonna cost you 600 here, and if you find same price in Jamaica, then it makes sense that you go there. Plus, you will find more fans because Jamaicans are just as much into cricket as
the
Indians.
party environment's gonna be
Yeah.
totally different, right?
100%.
Like it's something you can vibe with, right?
Right.
I feel like here it just gets rowdy, and all of a sudden you're either breaking up a fight or some shit and going home. You know what I mean? Like, banduk guys.
Because when we went to Jamaica,
you never know.
when we went to Jamaica, remember people used to talk about
Oh, yeah,
IPL
yeah,
and Dhoni and Kohli and everybody, and then
Yeah.
obviously the world famous Gale.
Hmm.
So on that note, on the gun note, another shooting happened today. I don't know if you guys heard. I mean, obviously I
bank.
shared the link.
There was
yeah.
another one too. Like the bank one though happened, but there was another one that happened.
I mean, per day at least 3-4 happening. But this,
Yeah.
when there is a casualty where 3 or 4 people die, become on a bigger
Mm.
news, bigger scale. 2 cops are, I know, in surgery. That's what the news said. And at least if they die, then number will increase. I hope not,
Yeah.
And 4 people, innocent people died who were just inside the bank, going about their day. And somebody's like, you know what? Fuck it.
Was it people working there or?
Yeah, I don't know. There is not much news came out. Even cops doesn't know if the
Not to be a dick, but when was the last time you went to the bank?
That's what I was gonna.
And why?
if the people who are working there, then I understand. But if you went in as a customer, then I like.
I mean,
online
imagine-
banking, come on.
but
What's wrong
imagine
with you?
somebody's going on vacation and they wanna do like currency exchange.
Yeah, I
And
know.
today was like, let me do it before I go to work. And this was the last time probably did the currency
I-
exchange.
I feel like a lot of like the people that we don't hang out with, a lot of people still go to bank for deposit. Like
Oh yeah,
a lot
many
of
But like,
Office-
who's giving them money to
Like
go
the small
deposit, right?
business?
Like,
even the checks, like the paychecks.
No, you're right.
They
Many
get a
people go.
paper
That's why-
paycheck at home, and they go. I was like, first you're getting a paper paycheck. Second,
yeah,
you're
but
not
this is
doing
the same people like who go and pay someone like $50 to like cash their checks,
Yeah.
right? So it's like you can't compare those people with.
But
the rest
many
of us.
people must be using banks physically.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
yeah,
why there are
yeah,
banks
I mean,
every
there's-
corner.
Yeah, I mean,
offices.
I mean, you
it
need the
was.
bank.
Yeah, you need the bank, but
And the locker
Physical
room.
bank. There
Yeah,
are
I'm
banks
talking
just
physical I'm just saying
online banking, you know,
the traffic
Locker rooms.
is not
as much as
before.
before. Yeah, I agree. But
yeah, like I would like to know what the motive was for the shooter to go
so
to
the
the
motive,
bank.
forget
Yeah.
motive. Cops doesn't know if he got shot by cops bullet or one of his own or something like that. That was the statement.
Like,
I
was
saw.
he trying to rob the bank, or was he just
Yep.
having a mass
No,
shooting movement?
The
at a
video I
bank?
watched, there is not much information released earlier. Now maybe or tomorrow we'll have more information. But it is wild to just. It's like I'm personally tired hearing this news every fucking day that there is gun shooting, and it's just matter of time. One of us or one of our loved ones become part of this,
Yeah,
right?
no,
Sadly,
definitely.
it's gonna turn into.
I hope not, but you know the way it's going.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's kind of inching closer to home, right?
Because-
and that's what fears you than anything else. right?
Fears more than there is no guarantee. Like imagine, like school. It's been going on. We became a joke about like school sitting at the world level. Now it's like banks. If you go to concert, you go to any
Anywhere.
party, any like there is no guarantee that you will come alive back home.
Yeah.
In terms of gun shooting, and it shouldn't be like this in the number one, world's number one country or
Country,
whatever they
right.
call it.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, I definitely agree with you there. It's like it needs to somehow stop being the norm, right? I feel like as Americans, we have accepted the fact that this keeps happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and we're past like you said, we take it as a joke now, right? But like, there has to be more that needs to be done. to stop it
100%.
from
Because
happening,
tomorrow,
right?
example, you
Yeah.
gonna have a kid,
Yeah.
he's gonna go to school. You will be worried at some point
Yep,
if
exactly,
the news
yeah.
keep continue rolling like that.
Yeah.
Back of your mind, I'm sure like people who have kids, they be like, will my kid make it back home today? Because
Yeah,
they want to do
yeah, definitely.
everything in this country but ban guns. They want to put security at the schools
Schools
and
and
all
everything,
that,
yeah.
and have teacher having gun and stuff. I know we discussed earlier, but it's still like
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy that it's
You
still
see that video of that bulletproof room at the school? Like this.
The door is like,
Yeah, the door, like you
more
open.
secured.
Yeah, like you open it from a corner and
Mhm.
becomes like a little block in the classroom,
Right.
so you
Yeah,
can hide.
this
behind it.
country will
Like,
do everything but ban fucking guns. This NRA even tweeted last time after school shooting, if you against AK-47, you against Amendment 2. Like, what the fuck?
At this point, I just want to say
but
yes.
what if-
I'm
what if
against
you are-
Amendment
yeah.
Like, but who tweet like that after
Right.
school shooting where like at least like 6 children died?
Mm.
They're the ones saying that guns don't kill people. People kill
Kill
people.
people. Mm.
They just want money, bro. I think
I mean,
everybody.
That's what it is, right? Like
it's a matter of
it's
time somebody.
becoming-
And every time NRA event happen in Vegas, no guns allowed.
Really?
Yeah, whenever they host the event, no guns allowed. There is a extra security everywhere. It makes no fucking
Well,
sense.
I guess
bro.
they're driving that security agenda by doing that.
Like, I mean,
security,
they
yeah.
probably have something going on, but I hope this message make it to the right people. And even Biden tweeted today saying when gonna Republican in Congress gonna change this. At least he wants to ban the assault gun. I'm not saying ban gun, but like ban those
like
like
the
you said
handguns
today,
is all good. Yeah. 9 bullets at a time.
Yeah.
Mm.
But like you said, whatever comment you made in the
No,
group,
50
50
caliber,
caliber,
Just
like
a one bullet,
yeah.
10 people dead.
10 people dead. So makes sense that they do something about it. So hopefully we see some positive.
I bet you it's
Changes
gonna
in
happen
the
at the
future.
same time when U.S. cricket makes it.
Sadly,
Finally,
when we're like 80 years old,
US is playing international cricket.
because there's no more guns.
We have enough kids who survived, so now they can play
But I swear to God, I do get scared. Sometimes I think like,
every time, bro. Every time we go to AMC, like we go to movies a lot.
Yeah.
I'm always looking around. Like every time someone gets up, I'm like, what the?
Like why?
Why'd you get up?
sit down.
I know what you
Yeah.
mean, bro.
No moving pass for me.
And not just movie. Like imagine like you said, let's say there's an international cricket game happening in Florida.
Mm.
It just takes one crazy person to go. There are 1,000 brown people, black people, all these South Asian people, and somebody has hatred towards it. Now Florida, you can carry. Fuck it,
Right.
carry around. Takes one people to just go there and just.
So
Go ahead.
Tom Brady knew that's why he retired. Fuck this shit. I'm not going to the stadium again.
I'm going back to New
He
England.
knew this was coming in Florida. So like, I'm done. Tampa
Football,
Bay, see you
but
guys.
football stadiums are much more secure compared to cricket, for
Yeah,
sure.
like any private arena, you can still stop them. It's not like you can't.
Yeah,
Even
but-
in Florida.
But
Yeah.
it's more about like tailgating, right? Like
Yeah.
when if you wanna like, I'm not promoting this, FYI. But I'm just giving an
Well,
like
if you
an
haven't heard
imagination.
one, I'm surprised while sitting here it hasn't happened at a fucking tailgating because those are one of the rowdiest people there.
Well,
Exactly.
people are happy there.
But the
Yeah,
people
but-
are angry as well. The losing team.
Yeah. But that's my
Surprised it
point.
hasn't in Philly, dude.
Yeah.
People who does mass shooting, either they fucked up, or they don't know how to make plans.
Oh yeah, that could
Yeah,
be.
that's
the
good,
people
yeah.
who doing the mass shooting aren't happy enough to
Exactly.
maybe go to the even a sport
Yeah.
event.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only guy made
Him and
3
I don't
hours
know
drive
sports.
was in
Yeah.
Buffalo, who was very racist and kill only black people.
But that was at Walmart.
no, the guy who drive like 3 hours from
Yeah,
his
that was
house
at
to
Walmart.
It wasn't Walmart. It was
Then-
some other store, but like Walmart.
Right, right.
But he was only shooting black skin.
people, yeah,
It was
yeah.
pretty wild. So regardless, I hope we see positive.
I think he
change.
needed a better GPS. Why did he drive 3 hours? He
Because
could've-
that was the only closest store he found where you will find black people.
How did he hate black people that much
you know,
then?
he
That's why
got
he lives so far away from them.
and he got prison in life, I believe, and he was crying and shit on the court when they announced it. And I was like, it makes no sense. Now he's gonna be getting like he's gonna live on taxpayers' money for what? Killing like innocent 10, 20 people, and
Right.
and now he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm guilty. He even write everything what he's gonna do online, like on
Yeah,
YouTube.
most of them have manifestos.
Yeah,
before they
yeah,
do
exactly.
this,
That's
yeah.
the word I was looking for, and that's how I knew that he decided that he's gonna go here and take down people. Well, hope for the better tomorrow then.
Like this Republicans, I don't. But do you guys blame games or Western
No.
culture on
No.
for this gun shooting at all?
चौदह इंडिया में
game?
Call of Duty रहा मैं.
Like any of the video games?
Oh, like
or-
video games.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't.
I
think
mean,
so.
for example, me and Patel used to play Call of Duty like it meant
Oh, yeah.
nothing.
My sniper was gold, motherfucker. I had a 6,000 confirm headshots.
We used to freaking make eggs and play Call of Duty
Yeah.
and sit in front of a freaking TV. His parents will walk in front of it like, hell no.
Ah.
Bashar di jao na.
Bashar di jao.
Yeah.
But do you think? Again, this is just a counter argument. Do you think that could be because you two played? Like a lot of times, like we play with friends, but a lot of the kids these days just play by themselves. All
Okay,
the
to take that to the next
All
level.
right, hear
We
me
used to
out.
Play
Hear me
live
out.
all the time too.
Hear me out. Today, a mother got case because her 6-year-old child in January shot a teacher. Keyword 6-year-old. Bro, I have a niece 6-year-old. All she care about is like food and toys at home. Now you telling me that 6-year-old played a video game and then decided to shot
I
someone.
mean, I'm not saying
it's a
every single
parenting
human.
issue.
Yeah, of course, it is a.
That's
parenting
gotta be
issue.
I think
accident,
that's
though.
what he's saying. Like, is he say like what he's trying to say? It's like you think you would have picked up a gun if you had issues with your parents, right?
Yeah.
Like upbringing, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But like
Like-
that's two different things now. Like that's kind of like what mass shooters have been, right? People who had fucked up childhoods and like that, right? But it's not the video games. Like video games could be like what do you call the catalyst,
Yeah.
maybe?
Yeah, not 100% to be blamed, but does it have a part? Like this argument that Republicans are
Yeah,
making.
but at
where-
that point, what are you gonna have? Like you're gonna have no like for people who are normal, the 99%,
Yeah.
the rest of them, you're taking their fun away because
Exactly.
one person fucked up,
Oh, yeah.
right?
I am not agreeing. I'm not gonna agree with 100% Democrat, but I definitely disagree with 100% Republicans when it comes to guns, bro. Their logics
yeah.
every time fucking ridiculous. Every time, like sometimes I don't know this lady name. I know Arpit knows, and Twitter him and I always tweet her. I don't know how she's in politics, bro.
From Republican side.
Yeah, like literally her tweets. Anytime any event happen, I would if I have one murder, and I'm a room full of her, Osama bin Laden, and I have one bullet. That bitch is gone.
Sorry, sir, you just made their point.
What?
Because she's like that. Like literally, she's creating the.
But exactly,
The
they can
bitch,
make
I'm
a-
not gonna sit there and be like, okay, promote your agenda. Like,
No.
obviously you are wrong.
but-
you gonna get first bullet. Then we gonna stop this gun violence and ban the gun.
But she's wrong to you, but
She's
not
wrong to you. That's the whoever wants to kill people. They're
Whereas
saying
Osama bin
everyone else
Laden
is
is
wrong
wrong
to me.
to everyone
So you're
else.
just making their point.
He's
I
a
mean,
killer. Fuck that.
Fuck
bitch.
that. Fuck that bitch. That bitch is gone.
She hasn't killed anyone, but she deserves to
She
die.
deserves to die.
Osama, you're okay.
Osama just, had to fly the plane.
He didn't even fly the plane.
He just ordered.
He just convinced people.
Yeah.
I think you should do this.
But yeah, I'll find out the name. I forgot her name. But
exactly
see,
what you're talking about.
but she looks like a man. I think
She's a congresswoman.
Yeah,
right?
congresswoman. Like I find her very like she just gets to my nerves, bro. Like her tweets.
Don't want you to unfollow her.
Yeah.
I don't even follow her, but Arpit fucking makes comments on her and it shows up in mine, and then I join. I'm like, yeah, you right, motherfucker. Fuck this bitch.
I didn't understand the Twitter until this is live example. Like people get rowdy on Twitter. I'm like, what do you mean? You just don't open the app.
Yeah, it's that
What
simple.
do you mean the app bothers you?
No, I'm very active on Twitter. Today, all Twitter was about the, pedo.
Bank. Oh no, Pharaoh. Or the other guy, Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama. Okay, finally, I'm gonna say it, but that act was 100% pedo. That motherfucker is not right in his head. I don't care. I don't care what people believe in him. He's another Asaram Babu at world level.
World level.
Oh, is that the video that you sent today?
Yeah, bro, you
Oh,
saw that video?
No, I haven't
This,
seen it.
this
That's why I
guy-
was so lost.
This guy literally took out his tongue like, and then he said, "Kiss my tongue." To little child, bro. And the 10,000 cameras on him.
And
he's-
everyone clapped when the kid did it.
No, people
Oh.
got shocked. And then he
Oh.
tried to kiss him on the lips, and then his team replied saying he likes to play innocently. He likes to make a joke like this innocently or playable with the kids. Makes no fucking sense. Like literally, if you look at that video, and you would be like, okay, this is so wrong. Like I feel bad for the child. That's the
Right.
trauma right now. Like he's on internet, trending without him knowing that he's trending. So I think this is happening all over the places. I don't care any religion you take it, everybody's chutia. They all doing this shit.
There's always going to be someone who's
Exactly.
takes advantage of their power, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is. It's they brainwashed enough or have enough influence to get away with
Right.
what they think is right, right? Like
And I
there's-
wonder if he would have done this to a female child compared to male, would have been more aggressive
Outburst.
or more
From like other people.
yeah, like internet has reacted very against him. Like
You think
literally,
anything is gonna happen to him.
nah, it's rich people don't get in trouble.
Hmm.
They people forget. He will probably have a bomb
He's
blast
not
somewhere.
Rich, though.
Huh?
He's not rich though.
You know that he's not. Asaram Bapu wasn't rich
No,
either,
Asaram
bro.
Bapu never said.
Putin saying he's not the richest guy.
Yeah. Please, bro. આપડા ઇન્ડિયાના પેલા બાબા કરે છે.
Ramdev.
You know how rich that motherfucker is?
That's because of his toothpaste, dude.
We have so many of them. If anybody wants it,
Perfect example.
yeah, we have 10 of them. So if anybody wants to take it, please let me know.
Keep it.
No, so-
Double it and give it to next person.
So my dad used to use it, but now they both have dentures. I was like, why did you buy so many of them?
Yeah, but that's my point. Like,
COVID.
Yeah.
Pandemic, you
It was
he's
a
not
good
rich.
deal. It
You
was a
think
good
he's not
deal.
rich, but he's definitely loaded by celebrities, right? People back him up. Like he
Yeah.
probably, what's his name? કોનું લિસ્ટ હતું અમેરિકન પેલો કયો ડોફો પકડેલો
You talking about the Panama Papers?
ઓપન કરો ભેંચો પેપર ને એમાં એનું નામ હશે
Where
guarantee.
all the people were hiding their money in the...
No. He's
No, no,
talking
no.
about when the guy who got prisoned for like
What's his
trafficking
name?
women.
The actor?
પેલો આઈલેન્ડ ઉપર કયો રમણે ચડેલો
And then
એમ્સ્ટીન
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Epstein.
Epstein.
And like
એના
Bill
લિસ્ટમાં
Gates and
આનું નામ
everybody's
હશે.
name, they're saying everybody's on that list.
Yeah.
Dalai Lama, I was saying.
એમાં છેલ્લે હું તને કહેતો પેલો પોપાઈ હશે
Dude, the
ચર્ચનો.
day that list gets released, it's gonna be wild.
You know how many
Fucking
people are paying to probably hide
hide
that
it.
list,
Everybody.
bro? Yeah.
every top 10% of the world is
Yeah.
like no bitch.
Everybody on that list is
100%. 100%. But I firmly believe that all these Maharaj and all these, people like this, they definitely behind the door do all this shit, bro.
Right.
Like
Offer as a blessing.
but I was under impression that this guy, like I know him for a long
Yeah.
time, and
Who?
I never like Lama.
Oh, okay.
By the way, it's a title, just like Pope.
Yeah.
I like Gana make you.
Next, I'll say
That's
it.
not a
he
person.
I mean, yeah.
It's a title.
That joke started already.
Like the president of the United States.
I get it. But my point is, like, Pope જેવો જ છે એ બી એમ મને પણ એવું હતું કે he might not be one of this because I never seen him around any of this type of news or any, media.
પોપે હજી સુધી આ recent પોપે એવું નહીં કર્યું.
Recent પોપે નહીં કર્યું પણ અલ્યા,
અડી.
Pet lagi gયું.
પણ યાર recent પોપે નહીં કર્યું પણ જૂના હિસ્ટ્રી મૂકીને કે એટલે હવે કહેશે કે હવે આપણે રૂમ પાછળ રાખો.
Out of the door નથી કર્યું એમ.
હા,
We don't know what is that.
100%. હવે ગઈકાલની મેં એક્ટ જોઈ ને આજી. There is zero chance that this guy behind the door doesn't do this shit. Zero fucking chance. I know I cannot prove it, but if I got any superpower, that bitch is going down regardless.
Or you think it's just getting too old that his brain, like, what do
Didn't
people
realize.
get? What do people-
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's.
Khabar nahi.
Maybe this kid just did it for him. He was like,
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I don't know, but gun law any માટે apply કરો ભોસડી ના માટે. એવા જોડાનું
You
ઉડાડો.
can't pick and choose your gun laws, dude. That's not how it works.
That's not how the
I know it doesn't work, but in my court, he's guilty.
if you're gonna have Patel 2028, we gotta make sure it's like one thing.
Democracy ne delete માર દો.
This is like, his would be like everyone votes on Twitter if this guy dies or not.
Twitter poll, everyone.
Twitter poll, bro. Twitter poll all day long. But yeah, pretty much long story short, this guy got into my nerves today after watching the video, reading comments. Like, people reacted definitely very negative. Like, there is zero supportive comment went towards him. So I see like this might become a big deal, but knowing him, there will be some, bigger event happen.
I think he's gonna leave the position.
Did this
He's
happen
old
in
enough
India?
anyway. No, I don't know if
He was in India,
He
yeah.
was in
This
India.
happened in India, yeah.
Nothing's happening to him.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen. Modi gonna cover it.
Yeah.
Unless he's mad at him.
Modi's on that list too.
He's virgin, bro.
No fucking way. Like by saying virgin, it's same as Modi saying.
Buy on a note, Buy bought a new car with a bulletproof stuff, because he's getting a lot of threat lately for no reason.
He's like, whatever I did was 20 years ago. Why did you want to kill me then?
And Bai's like, all these new shows and videos we watched lately on this Z,
Yeah.
like this
OTT.
OTT, yeah. He's like, you gotta stop all this bullshit. Like, it's not good for like cursing and all this nudity on. That's what Salman Khan saying. Yeah, I like
એટલે
Netflix.
મારવા કોગા.
ના.
ઓલા મિર્ઝાપુર વાળા હાચા માણસો આયા છે. કાટ ડાલ સાલે કો.
कोई के શું કમેન્ટ કરી ખબર है પોસ્ટ પર ભાઈ પેડલ पे फोकस कर. I fucking lost it. Internet is a ruthless place to be, bro.
પેડલ કે focus કર.
But it makes sense. ગાડી ચલાવતા નહીં હાર્દિક ભાઈ ને અને કે આવું બધું બંધ કરો. Maybe it makes him horny because
he
he's
drives.
virgin. When he watch all this, OTT show and he's like, I'm horny.
Okay.
And he claims he's virgin, But there is zero fucking chance, bro. If he's virgin, I'm president of America.
Talking about president of America, our kaka is gonna
Ma
run again.
chotave bew. Bew. Oh, પૂરી 2025 સુધી બેવની ગેમ થઈ જાય.
Gun laws?
Gun laws એમની વરે આવા.
I was gonna say, what if like the election day, like everyone's voting and then announces first Biden dies? Out of excitement.
And the results are in his favor.
I hope any vice president day બહુ ખરાબ છે, bro.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna win, especially if he runs with this vice president.
Oh yeah, he definitely not winning this one. I hope he doesn't run, but Twitter's saying he announced. I don't know where.
He announced
He did?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He announced it.
Okay.
Twitter's
He
saying
said
it.
that's
So, but એના page ઉપર કશું નહીં. Like any post નથી है.
But he doesn't have to do any legal work. Like he
Oh, okay.
automatically gets an entry
Oh, I see what you mean.
because he's already in term, so he automatically gets it. Well, now it's up to Democrats. Like if someone stands up, then there's a primary. Otherwise, there's no primary either.
Shit. હારા લાલચ જ એટલી ખરાબ છે કે તો ભેંચો જમીનની અંદર 6 ફૂટ હોવો જોઈએ એની જગ્યાએ અત્યારે એને મારથી હારી ટ્રીટમેન્ટ મળે દવાખાનામાં. This is unfair.
Keep gun laws.
Or you should have stayed.
I mean,
in
at least Biden is in favor for us. So એના માટે હું એને વોટ કરી શકું છું કે એને આજે તરત જ ટ્વીટ કરી કે how many more innocent people
But I
have
think
to die.
I'm just tired of picking the least worst president.
Same.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yep.
But I don't think so there will ever be a chance or time where you will be like, okay, he's the best.
Obama.
Yeah, there was.
Obama.
No,
I mean,
it like who I forgot who ran against Obama. He wasn't
Dick
bad.
Cheney. No, Dick
Nah,
Cheney.
Dick-
Ron something.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
billionaire though. Or millionaire.
Both of them.
I mean-
Both of them were.
Well, the thing
Obama
is, like,
wasn't billionaire.
he's still rich.
The guy was a
Not
rich
billionaire,
billionaire,
but
bro.
Obama was rich.
Ron,
too.
yeah, that's what
It's
his
just
name.
family money.
Yeah, I mean,
Generation wealth. But it's like if you think about it, like even when George Bush was
Was
running,
running,
like
yeah.
he ran against Obama, right? The
Yeah.
first time I think or the second
No,
time.
no,
I
no.
forgot.
second
was
time,
done.
second time. No, he
Yeah,
was
no,
done.
no.
He was done.
Second time he was done. because it's only
Yeah.
2 terms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
terms.
But
So
I
who
forgot,
ran
like-
against Obama first time? Because I wasn't here.
I don't remember. But I'm saying like at that time it was like good two younger people,
Competition,
right?
yeah.
Like it was both of them had their point of views,
Yeah.
but they were strong candidates. They weren't like this,
two.
like you were saying, like picking the least worst.
Yeah, I agree.
Right,
આ બે તો મને દિમાગ
At that point, like I mean, not that at that point I didn't know much, but I was like, I don't really care which one won. Right? Like, it is what it is. But yeah. But yeah.
if I have to
getting a
pick
point where
between
it's
Trump
like-
and Biden, I would definitely pick Biden.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask me,
Yeah.
like compared to Trump, 100% he's winning.
But there's others Republicans running against him, right?
Trump,
in the
yeah.
primaries. Yeah, so Trump may not.
They
even run
already
it.
have competitions on there. We don't have anyone right now.
yeah,
Like if you're gonna vote Democrat.
can Hillary run again?
Yeah.
Not that I want her,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
asking. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they can
Or
run,
I think
but the
she's gonna
party-
announce
yeah.
it as well.
Was he gonna announce?
Because there's no one like.
No one good enough.
Yeah.
McCain.
I like the young
Oh,
guy.
McCain.
McCain.
John.
And then McCain won the year after, right?
No, he's
No,
never.
Nah, he never
never
won.
Did he run against him twice?
Yeah.
Yeah,
both
he
the
ran
times.
against him
Yeah.
twice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He never won.
But
yeah,
Obama was top class for sure. I
Mm.
agree.
Yeah.
Like overall,
Ever since we started caring, definitely.
Yeah.
There's been only 2 presidents since three,
three.
but I forget Trump all the time.
useless Jodha. Some may not agree, but I don't give a fuck.
There's so many cases. Like I think there's some things
So
that
many
people.
Indians don't agree with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Crazy.
But
I think
opinion,
it's
the
just-
politics is opinion.
I
bro.
just- I don't understand like the Indians who don't agree, who's been here for like 30 plus years. Like him doing good for India has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, exactly.
But what he did for India?
Like
He
just
cleaned
having
up
good
Ahmedabad.
relations, just having good relations with that country. Whereas
Ah.
like Democrats usually has like equal relations with Pakistan and India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas every Republican favors more Indians than
So એ ખબર
Pakistan.
પેલું બ્રિક્સ ની હમણાં આપણે ઇન્સ્ટાગ્રામ પર વાતા હતા ધ્રુસિલ જોડે એ બ્રિક્સ માં ઇન્ડિયા and ચાઇના બેવ ઇન્વોલ્વ છે these two country already
never been
having
on the same
issues
page.
yeah on
Yeah.
because of the border
Yeah.
around I think Uttar whatever that I forgot the name.
Some states.
Himachal
So
Pradesh.
so that's the biggest issue right now about BRICS that
Mhm.
will they ever get on same page to make this even happen.
No.
So they have meeting
Mhm.
in South Africa in August to
To
initiate
resolve
the initiate the conversation on BRICS currency.
Mm.
So currently about BRICS, it's all media talking.
Mhm.
There is absolutely nothing. Neither they have decided what their currency gonna look like, who gonna be in. Like couple countries step up saying, "Oh, we'll join, we'll join," but it's all in the air. Like nothing's on the table yet.
Mhm.
For that, the meeting will happen in August, and then we can be like, okay, something's actually happening.
Right.
But until then, it's all just fear spreading
Speculation.
around the
Mhm.
internet. So I don't know why people are so scared. Same thing with the FedNow,
Yeah,
which
Fed
is
Fed now.
it's
But that's America specific, right?
America
Yeah.
specific, but there are multiple ways to look at the situation.
Mhm.
Now, obviously, if your business is already depending on these apps where you pay money through Venmo,
Mhm.
Zelle, and stuff like that, this is where obviously government wants to not control it, but see like where the money is going or coming from.
There's basically one taxes on
Exactly,
every
right?
cash business, I
But
guess.
this app, nobody is saying that it's a mandatory to use.
Hmm.
It's not like okay, you have a bank account with let's say TD
Like you have
Bank.
to have a social
Yeah.
security number.
Yeah,
to work.
exactly.
Hmm.
So
Kind
if you're using Zelle right now, Venmo right now, Cash App right now, those things will be around.
Well, I think what they're saying is that you will have those apps, but on top of that, everything goes through
It's through
Fed now.
It's the tunnel. that
It's a
everything
tunnel,
goes
so
through.
everything goes through.
Even our
Fed,
paychecks
yeah,
and
our
whatnot.
paychecks, everything will go to Fed now.
Right.
So they're
But
saying,
then I forgot the next podcast. I'll bring this.
But I don't know
video
why
up.
people are the only thing people are freaking out about is that like whatever China's doing is gonna happen here. That Fed now is gonna control your like how
Your
the
bank-
money you
yeah.
can spend and whatnot.
I don't
Other
think so
than that-
China do that. Bro, I follow this guy in China. He
Mm.
shows business in China. He goes to different,
Not, if you're talking about rich people, no,
not
it's not
rich
affecting-
people like
It's
you.
same as
You
everything.
like to make vlogs,
Uh.
right? Blogs and stuff. This guy does the same. He's showing the real China to us,
See,
right? Hold on.
anything comes out of China, it's hard to trust.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you don't
It's all
understand how
censored.
much that country controls their citizen, right?
So censored.
So it's I don't know. Like the vlogger even guarantee if he says anything bad about China, he's not making a vlog next
But
time.
that's the thing. Everything he said, nothing bad, and
Nothing bad, yeah.
but in terms of like what we see and hear
Mhm.
is not what I see and hear because okay, he goes to village, he goes to his own school, he goes to colleges, he shows like how the country works. They have a payment system there from the fucking face. You go to checkout and they scan your face and you paid money, right?
Right.
So people be like, oh, we controlling, that might happen here. But it's not. He clearly says it's not how you think it's happening. Maybe Hong Kong, because Hong Kong has some issues going on with the government.
If anything, Hong Kong is more free than China, bro.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's what he was saying. And that's where the issues are. But in reality, like, you know, how we go to India and outside Gujarat, there are villages. They all live just normal life. There is not like a controlling, you know, government saying you cannot sell this, you cannot do this, you cannot do that.
But what we're saying is the guy who's releasing this is from China. The internet is controlled there.
Exactly.
Like, have you taken
Okay.
your phone there?
And
The day Drew Brisky
Allow-
makes a video on it,
Yeah.
that's when I believe it.
okay, then I'll send a video.
Hmm.
People like you travel there, live with him, and do the vlog. So it's like people from Israel just go there, or people from Brazil go there, people from USA go there. He invite them to stay with them, explore their country, and you know, stuff like that. So I'll send you video. You look into it, and we can
But
discuss.
see, it's the same thing, right? Like, you may have 5-10 people go to him to get this positive feedback, right? Why they let them? Because China's like, you know, this guy always has positive feedback from people.
Right.
But if someone else says one bad thing about it, you may not even see it because they'll fucking kill them before that video is released, right? It's
Bro,
like China
business
is
people
so-
are getting disappeared because
Yeah.
like
the
thing is,
moment
like,
they say bad shit about it, they're like
I agree.
disappearing.
I seen those news.
Yeah.
You know, Alibaba CEO,
Right.
bro.
So,
He was
I mean,
disappeared
that's
for
what-
3
so
months.
I think that's what people are saying. Is like, yeah, you may have good examples, good videos, good business practice, good market, whatever it might be. 100% works in China, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, it only works because whatever they're doing, the government's happy.
Right. You
Right,
have
definitely
that's the
government-
primary, yeah.
The day
Government
you piss
definitely
them
control.
off, You, your family, whoever you freaking
Right.
talk to, are all missing.
Government definitely controls everything. I know that. I'm aware of the situation.
Yeah.
But based on what I see, I feel like
Because you're seeing what they want you to see. That's
I
all I'm
at the
saying.
agree,
same time, it's
but
like-
I still believe that is not how it's gonna happen in USA.
No, it's two different things,
I'm
two
not
different
saying
things.
it's gonna happen. People are saying that might happen. That's what, like, people don't want that. Like, basically, freedom of speech
I mean,
to be gone.
It wouldn't go. And freedom of speech is one thing, but it's a democratic country. I don't see that ever happening in this country where, you know, suddenly we leave the democracy behind, because that's what the America's built on, like democracy. So those fears are invalid to me. I know people have their own fear and all about this, but in my opinion,
I mean,
it's internet creating more
Yeah,
fear.
I mean, I feel
than-
like, I mean, that's what internet does, right? That's why they're trying to stop all this fake
Fake,
news,
yeah.
everything around election time, right? But like the little I know about FedNow, like I don't know as much as I can speak about it. But I think what people are worried about is that every spend, every dollar you get or spend,
Will be
it's
monitored,
monitored to FedNow, right? And then that's what people are worried about. It's like, why should every dollar I spend, like if I give you $1 today, it somehow goes to FedNow. That's what people are saying. Like that's what they're against. They're not saying that it's going to stop democracy, stop capitalism.
Right.
Everything's going to be the same. It's like, but why does government need to know
everything
I
they do.
paid you, right? Like that's what people are worried about. They're not saying that
And
they're going to
yeah.
stop me from paying you, or like me driving to 55 miles per hour on 25. They'll just scan my license plate and take my money from FedNow.
when is it
Like,
launching? June?
They're just saying June, yeah.
yeah.
And like whenever you hear arguments against stuff like this, nobody's saying it's gonna happen as soon as FedNow release, we're gonna lose our freedom. It's like they started one thing. That's like every time people who are afraid of this control thing, that's their argument. Like this is where they start. Where are they gonna end?
Yeah.
But I don't think so that will happen, in my opinion. But if it happens, we can always go back to India.
Yeah.
Just saying.
No, I'm not. I'm still staying here.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just
same.
saying, like, there is a backup plan for us.
I mean, Colombia.
Yeah.
I'm all about.
Okay, sold.
We got so many other countries.
Costa Rica was fun.
Yeah. Costa Rica was fun.
I'll stay in water.
Definitely.
You say water?
I'll stay in water.
That's not a country.
Bro is a jal paro.
That's not a country, dude.
All right.
What was your topic, boy?
Hmm?
What was your topic? You say you got one topic.
Next week.
You can bring it up.
It's gonna take a while. All right, weekend.
Okay.
But so this is what I wanted to do, more of an homework.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nada mais.
now talking. It's on.
He stepped away, like, you know. From
No.
an audience point of view, that's always the feedback that Hershit's voice is always cutting away because this is what he does.
Gun line be next time. I'll let home.
You move. Alright.
Live.
So
That might get you more views though if you think about it. If you put a gun right there.
Oh, bro.
Is it gonna go up? Is it gonna go up? Is it gonna go up?
Will Hershit last today?
Oh, we definitely.
We're
will
west.
visit.
No, it's on your head though.
I was
RIP,
thinking,
bro.
I was thinking bomb, more explosive.
we won't.
Nah.
They don't want to die.
We're speaking correctly.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, so this is more of a homework. We can talk more about it. So, has there been a video or article you read that inspired you so much about learning something?
No.
'Cause that's recently happened.
Never.
Really?
I think the answer is pretty clear. There's no need to do homework.
There's been I really want to learn about quantum computers. And I've been just spending so much time just reading about it. Just because I saw a couple videos that just MKBHD had a video recently. And from that day, I just want to learn more about quantum computers now.
It's not for me. It's not about learning, but aeroplanes that interest me a lot. Like my whole feed everywhere is just planes. So what I do is like I just watch bunch of planes video, different planes. I wanna know what they do, how they function, Boeing, Airbus. But it's not like I wanna learn, but it's just kinda interested. So I.
What's the
spend
odds
time
that
on it.
yes, if I ever fly, I'll be safe with him? Because if you
I
just look at him
don't
like,
take any guarantee for that.
yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. But usually I don't want to learn. I just want to be one of those lazy motherfuckers who just wake up with money. I hope that dream comes true.
It's not to learn to make money. It's just to learn. Like just
Nah,
like,
nah,
just like
istutia pa
computer.
nahi karta.
Well, no, I think you're just changing my words. You do the same thing. You get interested in planes flying and stuff, right? It's like that. So it doesn't have to be for
Money,
to make
just for
money.
passion.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
just got interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Something
is
that-
fancy and.
But like watching one video, like up until now, I had no interest or no knowledge about quantum
Physics? Computing?
computering. But now I'm just
What
interested
is it? To explain to the audience, just a friend for a friend
for a friend.
for a friend.
Yeah, he's at.
No, so it does multiple.
Maybe we should cut that part out. I don't know if we're gonna give addresses out, but go ahead.
But there is everywhere 41.
True. Sometimes at work I can even find without the sound. I think we're safe.
Because that's what we do for a living. We look up people and their bills.
Professional
Bro,
stalkers.
government track us, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we are half government employees.
So, in a nutshell, quantum computer can do multiple queries at the same time, and that's why they're faster, and it could do a lot more complex querying. And the way it's built is different. It just doesn't do 10101. It runs on frequency, so it could do a higher node, a lower node. So it's a lot faster and could do a lot more than your regular calculator.
When
So,
Apple,
So
it
you're saying
can't-
just Excel on drugs?
no, I wouldn't say Excel. Like you wouldn't do like your calculator and stuff very quickly, but it would do algorithms a lot faster.
So are you just learning this to make your work life easier?
No. I can't use it. Like there's no way to
I
use
think
it.
that is his end goal. How do I make my bosses happier?
I don't think so. We have access to quantum computing.
Nobody does.
Yeah,
Only labs.
Yeah, only labs has it. Yeah. When Apple makes it, we'll talk about it.
They probably have it. They haven't
Yeah.
announced
Yeah.
it.
But they're gonna perfect it and release it to us.
It's never, even in his video, it said it's never gonna be like
Yeah.
personal use.
Yeah, personal use.
Or unless they could make an app or something that uses quantum
But
computering,
he said it's not gonna happen. It's never gonna be graphical interfaced computer.
or something that could make use case. But I think that's what anything. If anything, it will be something. We won't be able to have it in a basement, but we could definitely have a product that is made because of quantum computing.
Makes sense.
That's possible.
What I learned from aeroplane is you should always wear seatbelt, even though you're just sitting and sleeping. So that's my advice.
I never take it off.
Yeah,
I,
you
mean,
are
I
the
don't know. Do you
best.
guys take it off? Like you take
Only
it off?
when I go take a
Depends.
piss.
Yeah, same.
Oh, okay.
Because turbulence can hit you anytime.
Yeah, I was
and
around.
recently there has been couple accident from flight coming from Hawaii to I think San Diego, and blood were on the plane because people just and it lasted for 17 minutes. It was one of the extremely heavy turbulence plane ever experienced.
It landed. It didn't land.
I mean, plane landed, but
Oh, okay.
but like in plane, people were walking around and stuff, and it randomly just hit it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the video I recently watched. So they recommend that you, anytime you're sitting just by yourself watching TV, I mean movie
Yeah.
you're doing, keep your seatbelt on. Just
Always.
So that's the only advice. Otherwise, it's all up to pilot if you're gonna make it or not.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I mean, like video wise, I don't think so. I've watched anything that like inspired me to like learn more, look more into it. Well, I guess, but you can say, I guess my cricketing, because I watch random leagues at work. It's like I leave that on all the time. Like I know my old job, I used to watch like county cricket in England. Because why not? You know,
Because
So,
I
like,
can.
They're playing. So.
Yeah, they're playing. So
And
Yeah.
OTT, all the shows, all
Yeah,
the
all the
shows that's
shows.
out there.
What the
this,
fuck
that,
is
and
OTT first of all?
I don't know, but that's
It's-
what they call it.
I forgot what it's called. Over TV on.
Yeah.
It's like where you can have
It's
all
web series.
web series.
Oh,
That's
okay,
what they
okay.
call it.
web
OTT.
series, OTT in India. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just.
So you watch every one of them, I think.
Right.
I didn't like it recently. It's been a little slow
Because it's been a little bit
because
busier.
we've been pregnant.
Ah,
So
Over the top.
over the top TV.
Over the top.
Oh,
Yeah, you forgot the T.
TD?
No, it's just over
Oh,
the top
it's
is
not.
OTT.
Ah.
okay.
But that means providing a television and film content over the internet at a request or a suite of requests.
I gotcha.
JBJ પણ મને એ જ ગમે છે
Yeah.
compared to
Mirzapur.
daddyનો પેલું
I haven't been as excited as
Some like-
Mirzapur in a while. Though.
Yeah.
Mirzapur was good.
The
बहुत
two's coming,
જોરદાર
right?
હતી.
Two is coming?
I think
હા
two
3
already
bro
came,
તું તો બહુ behind.
Two already happened and went.
I saw them in Kapil Sharma. That's
Now
how I
3
know the
one's
new
coming I think end of this year
Mm.
sometimes. But they released the posters. I'm excited.
I feel like Mirzapur is what kicked it off for Indian or Hindi like OTT shows.
Mm.
You know, like before Mirzapur, like you had a bunch of small ones here and there, but like nothing was ever like.
Mirzapur,
big. I think it changed the game for like what the audience really loved.
Right.
Like I don't know if like I think it was before COVID, so it can't be like because of COVID, right? It was before COVID, and then
same with
like
Family
scare
Guy.
games, like scare games.
Skirt, yeah.
Like,
on Netflix.
those
Sacred
sacred
Games.
games.
Same with Family Guy on Netflix. It was similar. Like
Yeah.
they started adding more emotion to the actor. Like it feels like real life. Somebody's living in village and cursing the shit out of
Yeah.
somebody. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
macho denge. Like
I feel, no, I feel like I think it's more also it's not the cursing, but like it's more like you feel connected, right? Because like
Right.
who in normal life doesn't curse,
Mm.
right? So
Arpit.
like when you
and
This
fun.
guy.
Nah, he curse.
He curse?
Yeah. But very rarely. It's like a Poonam no chand.
Blue, no, Red Moon.
Oh, Red Moon. હમણાં આવવાનો છે મેમાં by the way.
Poonam no to every month.
But I see what you mean.
yeah, I feel like it gives you that more of a personal touch
Mm.
with those stories and
Because
like,
not everybody's like good looking,
like
rich,
perfect,
walking
yeah,
on
exactly.
like a fucking water and some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Excited for, Ballu Bhaiya, what was his name?
Forgot.
I forgot.
How about you? Do you have a particular video that you watch and just inspired you to do something? Or random?
Not a particular video, but just all of this. Like, if I'm watching YouTube, it's about like these
Yeah.
things.
PM is another one. When I watch his video, it just makes me want to
Yeah,
just take my
It's been a-
pick my camera up.
it's been a big inspiration for sure.
Yeah.
Me getting into camera and video stuff. We hit an hour.
Time for
Alright.
dark
Dark
jokes, or
jokes.
we're done?
We done? We doing dark jokes?
Yeah.
I have 'em.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know why? I sent them to him.
Hey, boy.
Sorry.
No, you did,
Okay.
but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you
use
like
any of
boneless wings or bone in?
Where are you trying to go with that?
Well, answer it and you'll find out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's part of it's your joke.
Yeah. Yeah, it's his joke.
I'm not gonna pull it on him. I'm not gonna pull it on him or him or you because it says maybe on me
Yeah.
it can be pulled.
Yeah. Okay, you ask him.
And he will have to answer himself.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright, you want me to start?
Yeah.
What's the difference between Rihanna and video game?
What?
Chris Brown can't beat the shit out of it.
Oh shit.
Off the video game.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
You have to complete the joke.
I thought that was self-explanatory.
Not for someone who doesn't know the history between the two.
I thought that was well known because he beat
I thought it was
Rihanna.
Rihanna. I thought it was someone else. That's why.
He beat
I think
Rihanna.
everyone beat Rihanna.
Shandy go.
I don't know if I've said these before because I forgot to delete them.
Same. It
We'll
could be
find out.
repeating, but it's like, if you people who are watching and you make it this far and you know it's repeating, please leave it in a comment.
Yeah.
Thank
That's a
you.
good point. All right. A friend of mine told me that he used to date a twin back in college. So I asked, how could you tell them apart? So the friend goes, well, Amy used to nail polish like purple, and David had a dick.
That just real. Raju.
Oh yeah, that one.
Raju.
Himanshu.
Raju.
Raju. Hi. Dalai Lama's.
After this guy,
He's not getting nailed today.
he's gonna make him.
He sent me this joke.
He sent me this
What's the difference between cars and kids?
What?
I don't have 20 cars in my basement.
Shit. That was good.
What?
Your turn.
Yeah, I'm supposed to bring dark jokes to the
Yeah,
table?
if you have it.
Well, I'm trying to think. I sent him a few today.
Alright.
I'm trying to think of one of those. So, but if I think one, you can. I'll jump in.
How many emo kids does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Huh?
How many?
None, because they will sit in the dark and cry.
That
Sad.
joke.
Bad joke. Bad joke.
That joke.
Yeah, that didn't hit.
But it is like if you know the history of emo, it is funny for people. I read that before, but it's
I got one. What do you call a book club that's been stuck on the same book for years?
what?
Church.
Bro, did not see that coming. Alright, there is a white boy, Mexican boy, and black boy, who are all in 5th grade. Who has the biggest dick?
Who?
You.
The black boy because he's 18. शर्माई क्यों?
खबर ना पड़ी.
How?
How you not get that?
Okay, next joke I think Harshit will understand. But do you explain first?
All of them were in 5th grade, but one of them was
gotcha.
still stuck in the 5th grade, even being 18.
Got it,
That's
got
why he got big junk.
Got it.
But he just got lost in the black kid.
We call him a Mr. Nice Guy, by the way.
You got any?
Now I'll go last.
You'll go last. All right, this joke is just for you.
All
First,
right.
I always find one of these so you can laugh fully. What's blue and not very heavy?
What?
Light blue.
Bro's laughter came out.
You gotta have one for the Harshit.
You need my type of
Yeah,
jokes.
this is his dark joke.
I do remember when it started.
What do strippers and peanut butter have in common?
What?
They both spread for a bread.
Gotta work
Got it?
hard.
I got it.
Ah! Sahi pakde. I go for it.
Alright. So, this election, I'm all about a female president. Ask me why.
Why?
I'm ready to pay less for president.
Oh, I see. I like it. All right. All right.
That was a good one.
That was good one. Good job, Ersid.
You're gonna save on taxes, huh?
You
Go for
Not
it.
sexist, but
It was
Usually,
sexist.
women gets paid less compared to.
That is sexist comment.
Sexist. You say. I heard Texas. My
No, I did say Texas first.
you did.
But then it was sexist.
But you said not sexist. So that's why
No,
you
I
that.
said not Texas.
Oh, not Texas.
What is happening right now?
He said we're gonna pay less for the president, so I'm hoping we're gonna save on taxes.
Oh yeah, but the joke,
But the joke was sexist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
That's it for today.
That is it.
Thank you for stopping by. Feel free to come back. Sometime. Oh, once you have a kid, 6 months after,
Yeah, yeah.
we'll do
Pencil me
one
in.
more.
Pencil me
Pencil
in.
you in.
Yeah, we'll pencil you.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thank
if you would like to join, feel free to leave it in a comment and show up.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you all one at a time, though.
That's what he said. Lama.
If that guy's gone by tomorrow, there's a serious issue.
All right, like, share, subscribe, like always. Thank you for supporting. Have a good day.
I don't know if applause is happening. Hopefully it is.
Oh man.
I wanna hear.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me, gon'